I'm aware that I think, therefore I am are the words of a great ancient philosopher.
Jesus, what? Like hearing dubbed anime is just so wild. I watch so much sub. Like every time I hear it dubbed, I'm like, I cringe. I'm like, oh my god, ugh. Like, oh, just like a chill down my spine, bro. Like, ugh, bro. Except for my favorite dub is Bleach. I think Bleach has the best dub. I think Bleach had the best dub, like hands down. Like I really believe Bleach has the best dub ever.
But when I thought about someone else. That perhaps the other person was myself too. Not only am I at the top of the class academically, I'm one of the more attractive. It's impossible to not be popular.
You have a special ability to possess other people. Using that, you cheat on every exam. Isn't that right?
Her ability is to hide from visual recognition from one target.
I'm Tomori, Student Council President.
Teleportation?
Yes. I instantly move to another location. Only I can't stop where I want.
What a half-assed ability.
Yeah, like he can move where he wants, but he can't stop. like it's goofy, bro. Like that's what I'm saying. Like it's like goofy. You can let 5 seconds, your body passes out, and like somebody could just easily kill you. Like you know what I'm saying? Like and then the girl, she can only make herself invisible to one person. Like not even the group of people around you in the vicinity. It's like just the one person.
In this world, there are many people who possess special powers. You're not the only one. But those powers are somewhat like an illness caught during adolescence and will disappear in due time. I'm Yusa Nishimori, nicknamed Yusarin. It's very nice to meet you.
It's so annoying how cramped it is with all of you here.
Welcome back home, big brother. It's the first time I've wanted to eat Mom's omelet rice in a while.
We don't have parents anymore.
Your ability is useful, so I'd like for you to cooperate with us. A long time ago, people who had special abilities like we have could end up as guinea pigs for misguided and sometimes cruel neuroscientists. If you got caught, your life was basically over. By the way, you will be expected to serve on our student council as well.
Huh?
To threaten those that abuse their powers for no good, just like you have. Because that is the kind of existence we are.
It's pretty a light-hearted anime. It's weird though because the anime has like it'll randomly have a dark moment, but then it'll be super lighthearted as well. And it's like, what are you? You know what I'm saying? What's your thing? You kind of don't fall in love with the main character, I would say. Like they don't really make him that charismatic. Like he's really just they make him as like human naturally as possible. Like he has his hiccups. He's not overly trying to like save the day. He's not really trying to stand up for people. Like that's not his thing. Like he kind of just sits and watches. And he's greedy. Like so, I guess they wanted to make a character more relatable that has his issues, just like they have superpowers that have their issues. Um, and it just it feels like the girl is really the main character. She's also the strong lead. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to describe what was wrong with this anime. I feel like there wasn't a major plot as well. So they basically just go around trying to the girl and the main character that invades people's minds for 5 seconds. He joins the student class president. I forgot what they're called. Student council. They join student council. Student council. They go try to get everybody that has powers. Everybody has powers. They find out about, and they have to go recruit them to the university, to the school to kind of save them, right? Because these powers actually disappear after puberty, but to protect them from, the government using them as experiments, they try to protect the people with powers. And usually, all these people with powers that they go out to, bring to the school, they're always using it for some sort of like selfish gain. It's not really like the power isn't usually used for like good or anything like that. So it kind of talks about like human selfishness that if there were powers, like people wouldn't just go be superheroes. You know what I mean? Like people wouldn't wake up and be like, I want to be Superman. It's like, yeah, no, like I want to succeed in life. Like the main character was using it using his power to take over people's minds to like cheat on like tests and be hella smart and pass with hella grades, you know. So um, things like that, which I think is kind of cool that Charlotte kind of gets into to show like human nature. But I just felt like while I couldn't keep watching this anime, I felt like once again there wasn't like a major plot. Like them making him so human, making the main character so human and so relatable and have all these holes, they kind of didn't make him charismatic. So you really couldn't get behind him, and it's like they were fighting. They're just kind of fighting to survive, which it showed the reality. You know, it's more realistic, more reality about life. But it was like, yo, like y'all don't want to fight the government. Like y'all don't want to fight the government that experiments on y'all. Like y'all don't want to go at them. Like y'all don't want to. Yeah, so it's like yeah, like we just want to survive, and we're just gonna go help other students, and that's cool. So it didn't feel like there was a major plot. It was just kind of like yeah, you're just gonna have these like random random events of each episode is a new kid we're trying to save, but there's not a long, strong underlying plot either, and it just gets it's that's what makes it weird. I'm gonna say that's what it is. There's no like super underlying plot. It's just like yeah, boom, this is their main objective. It's gonna be cool, and they're training their abilities to get stronger. It's like yeah, no, we have this ability and we use it to get by, and that's just what it is. So it's kind of like it's cool. Like it's just kind of like a I don't know. It's more like a slice of life. I feel like than saying they have superpowers or anything like that, or an adventure or like a lot of action like that. And I just feel like it'll be like super lighthearted. Then it just has a dark scene, and it's like, where did that come from? But like not in a good way. You know what I mean? Like it's not in like oh boom the show flips to be dark. It's like super light goes super dark, then it's like super light again, and it's like okay, like, are you a serious anime or are you not? Like, are you just trying to have fun? Like, I feel like there's no balance as well. There's not a good balance to it. And so when certain dark things happen, it's just kind of like, that was a lot, yo. Like, that was a lot. And then everything kind of goes back to normal and it's like, I mean, I guess. So I actually really couldn't finish this anime. I got to like episode, I forgot what episode. I don't want to actually say what episode I got to because I might spoil something that may happen. But I got to like the major event in the anime. But it's just I think that's what it is. There's no like major plot behind it once again, so it feels like episode to episode, and it just like sparingly goes dark and then it go light and then dark and then light, and it's like there wasn't a balance. You know what I mean? Like there wasn't a balance, and it feels like it was kind of like fighting with itself, like it didn't know what it wanted to do. Um, and yeah, I think they just failed to make the main character charismatic for us. Like I know they went out their way to make him realistic, so we can relate to a main character that's not perfect, right? That has his holes, that has greed and things of that nature, but he wasn't a guy you really were like, oh my god, like I think his name is. I mean, up here it says his name is you. It wasn't like, oh my god, I want to be a part of the main character. Like, I really like him. Like, it makes me want to watch the show. Like, I'm really getting behind him. It's like, he's cool, I guess. There wasn't a really character that you fell in love with, that you loved so much. And you were like, yeah. If anything, it was the girl and not him. And even her, at times you kind of get agitated with her. And they kind of want to get you to sympathize for her. And it's kind of like, I mean, it's whatever. Because even the main character doesn't really fully sympathize with her. Like, eventually he does, but it's like, yeah, he's just like I said, he's not like the save the day guy. So it's like, you know, yeah, it's just not as charismatic. It didn't have a balance of dark and light, and I think that's why this anime really didn't get a season two. Um, I think that was what went wrong with it, and yeah, if I would change anything, it would be I would make him way more charismatic. Have I would have to balance out the dark and lightness. Like I said, I don't want to spoil anything. But I would definitely make him more charismatic. And biggest thing, add them trying to get back at the government. Yeah, bro. Like, and there's I think there's still a lot of mysteries, like who funds the school. Like, I don't know if they finished that at the end of the season. Like the school that takes in all these, superpower people. Like, who funds this school? Who's running the school? If the government is experimenting on them, who has the power to hide these kids? You know what I mean? Like, who has the power to do so? Especially when like these superpowers and these kids aren't public. So how does he even know? Like, it must be somebody in the government, not to know about it. It's kind of like, that's odd. You know what I'm saying? Um, so there's like a lot of mysteries still left, but yeah, I would definitely make the plot about them refining the powers, getting stronger to go at the government, and get on revenge. Because it's like even though what they're doing right now, the student council is recruiting to save the new kids from being experimented on. It's safe to assume that the government already has kids that they're experimenting on. And it's like you don't want to save them. Like you guys don't want to train to get better at your powers to infiltrate. And it's just like no, no, no. It's like oh that's too far because they're just high school kids. So that's too far to think they're going to take over the government. But yeah. So that's the main thing. There's no like real subplot. But yeah, yeah. So like I said, man, I would have. They just needed. I feel like they needed a main plot. It's like episode to episode, you saving the kid, you saving the kid, you saving the kid, but it's like okay, like that's cool. You have an agency, but where's the overall plot? Like, what's the main objective? What's the overall objective? You know what I'm saying? From even like psychopaths, you guys see psychopaths, like they have to, stop a killer every now and then, but their overall is a mastermind killer. You know what I mean? That like, so there's an overall plot to it, and it just doesn't have an overall plot because it's like, yeah, we're just trying to like survive, we're just trying to get by, and plus the main character is not as charismatic. He doesn't really instill like, oh, I really like that guy, like, oh man, it's like, man, he's cool. You know. So that's what I would definitely change. And I'm just like I said, there's not a balance as you guys see. We go like super dark and it's like super lighthearted. There wasn't a good balance of that, and that's what I would have changed. Plot, work on the balance, and make the character way more charismatic. So yeah, man. Hope you guys enjoyed my recap of this. I guess my evaluation of Charlotte. And I still, if you guys finished it, let me know. I guess I still recommend it just for you guys to give it a shot. I couldn't really like finish it. Like I said, I kind of understand why I definitely didn't get a season 2. It's your boy Chosen, man. Like, subscribe if you enjoyed. Let me know any other anime that I should even watch. You guys have recommendations for me, myself, or what do you guys think about my thoughts? How would you guys improve Charlotte, or do you guys feel that Charlotte was perfect as it is, and it does deserve a season 2, right? And I'm okay with everything. I just want to hear it all. It's your boy Chosen, man. Like, subscribe. I'm out. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Okay.